Hi, my name is Samantha Halim, and I'm in grade 7 at Oakville Christian School. The name of my project is Too Clean or Not Too Clean? That is the question. This is because every time I perform an experiment or type up a document, my question is, will this soap or hand sanitizer clean my hand or not? And that is why I called it Too Clean or Not Too Clean. It's also a fun play on words for the speech in Hamlet, to be or not to be? That is the question. The purpose of my experiment was to determine which soap, sanitizer, and hand cleaning process works best and why. My process was to wash my hands with the different soap, hand sanitizer, or time limit. The different soaps I used were Dawn Ultra Platinum, soft soap, and pure natural bar soap. I also did two other cleaning products that do not use water: Live Clean hand sanitizer, and I also used Purell hand wipes. The way I did it was I washed my hands with the different thing. I touched a piece of bread and I put it into a Ziploc bag. Before I did any of that, I used a piece of chicken and rubbed it all over my hands. This was to make sure that my hands were very contaminated. I have pictures right here of the different processes during my procedure. On the left, you could see a piece of chicken that I rubbed with my hands and then I washed my hands with them. I also have here the pieces of bread after they molded, after I touched them, which leads me to my results. I found that my control clean was the cleanest, but that's because it had no chicken. And my control dirty was one of the dirtiest. Even though hand sanitizer, which is shown in the top right here, was really bad, and so was hand wipes. While Dawn Ultra Platinum and soft soap did really well. And the best one was Dawn Ultra Platinum, but I think that I should suggest soft soap because soft soap is meant for your hands, while Dawn Ultra Platinum does not. And I think that is very strange because when I go to all the different restaurants or even at my school, we actually use hand sanitizer. And so I would think that hand sanitizer would be the best. Also, I did different time limits. I did 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and 20 seconds. I found that 30 seconds and 15 seconds actually did about the same, really poorly, while 20 seconds did the very best and cleaned my hands really, really well. Next is my results and how they could be applied in the real world. Well, in case it isn't obvious, everyone washes their hands. At least I hope they do. And so everyone could use my results to feel at peace that their hands are clean after they wash them. But another type of person that could use my results in a bit more depth is someone who works with meats. They could use the different suggestions that I have to make sure that their environment is clean and to prevent cross contamination. Schools could also use my results to make sure that children, staff, and administrators are using the proper soaps and hand cleaning procedures to wash their hands to prevent young children from getting sick, as they are easier to get sick. And that is who I think could use my results in the real world. The most difficult part of my project was definitely doing the experiment myself, because to get those experiment, like the results that I did get with the breads, I actually had to do my experiment twice. This was because the first time I'd ended up using Wonder Bread. And in case you didn't know this, Wonder Bread is a store bread. Therefore, the bread has to go from the factory to the shop and have a long enough shelf life for someone to use it. And I did not think of that before I did my project. And so when I bought the Wonder Bread, I found out that Wonder Bread actually has a lot of preservatives. And so it didn't end up molding at all. And that was really, really bad because I need the breads to mold to figure out which one's worse and which one's better. The way I overcame this problem in my experiment was I ended up redoing my project altogether and it ended up fine. As you could see earlier in my results, it ended up just the way I wanted it to. And I think if I could extend my project, ways that I'd do this is I'd compare and contrast the different soaps and cleaning products that I used, and I would look at which ingredients worked and which ingredients didn't. And through this, I'd attempt to make my own soap that would wash my hands better than any of the other soaps that I had ended up testing. Another way that I could extend my project is I could test different surfaces and see what cleaning products actually clean our surfaces better instead of our hands, even though I'm sure the procedure would be very different if I decided to do that in, next time. And the way I used the scientific method in my project was I listened to the advice given by my teacher, which started with doing the purpose and hypothesis and then going on to the next step and next step and next step until I got to the very end, which was my written document. And I'm very thankful for that because without it, I wouldn't be able to do my project at all. It would be a big project with lots of things that need to be done. And I'm not sure how to do that. So I am very happy for that. Thank you for taking your time to listen to my video and have a great day.